Let's talk climate change now. At the moment, Lagos State has joined the team of other delegates present at the climate summit in Egypt. The coastal city, which has been listed as one of the most vulnerable to climate change, seeks to pursue resilience and adaptive measures to keep the city afloat beyond 2050. In its Lagos Climate Adaptation and Resilience Plan, it discovered that it will cost the state $30 billion of inaction on climate change, while it will cost the state $8 billion of climate action. For more on this perspective, we have the Honorable Commissioner for Economic Planning and Budget, Lagos State, Sam Igube, joining us live now via Zoom from Egypt. Mr. Igube, thank you for joining us on TVC News at 7. Let's talk about Lagos State's plan to tackle climate change.
Okay, thank you very much, Abosede. Lagos has taken very bold initiatives, right, in respect of our climate broad climate strategy. We have built it around our energy, around waste management, and around, indeed, our transportation mechanism in just managing the climate situation. But that was really not enough. So we've taken very bold actions around using data and evidence-based analysis to understand the risks that Lagos faces as a coastal city, to dimension it accurately, because that is what the world is really waiting for to see. We have been able to build and put into project forms over 38 projects that actually enable us, right, to respond very resiliently around climate. Because we have confirmed through data that the cost of doing nothing, the cost of inaction will be about 30 billion. But if we do make the investment of about 8 billion, we'll be able to manage the implications of our exposure to climate, right? Especially when you see the trajectory of greenhouse gases, you will then see that Lagos needs to adapt. And that is the power of what we have come to COP to present. The international community are excited about the details of the work that has been done by Lagos. They have affirmed to us that Lagos has one of the most detailed project action plan in the world that is backed up by data. And we see ourselves as representing Africa correctly, to remove the excuses from investors around the world, right? So create the platform around which these investments will be made.
All right, Mr.
We're happy and we will be received.
Okay, I'm actually curious. I wish we could talk about some of the specifics, because it appears in this case Lagos is trying not to be penny wise, pound foolish, because as you have mentioned, inaction would cost the state about $30 billion, while action on climate change will cost just $8 billion. Let's have some of the specifics, please.
So if Lagos is a low-lying land, we know that when their sea water rises, we know the impact of excessive rain can impact Lagos dramatically if nothing is done. It's coming from flooding of most of Lagos area and our most enterprising sections of Lagos. We believe that there will be need to relocate schools. We've estimated that if we do nothing, over 500 schools will have to be relocated, over 300 health facilities, 350 health facilities. It will affect power and telecoms infrastructure and other public infrastructure. It will disrupt economic activities. And it is when we put all of these together, we see that the cost of it, if we do nothing, will be about 30 billion. But there are things around our coastal protection, around our preservation of our wetlands, things we can do to reduce the impact and to help Lagos adapt as a resilient city, about building resilient communities, building more resilient infrastructure and public spaces, and then protecting the vulnerable. Because a lot of these places which could be flooded if we do nothing, you have over 700,000 vulnerable that live in all of these places. And therefore, we must come out with that plan, combine it with blended form of finance to be able to cope and adapt to climate challenges that are possible if we continue to just do nothing. But Lagos will not do nothing. Lagos will continue to act, continue to strengthen its infrastructure for resilience, and continue to engage our partners from around the world, right, to join us in this investment, because the socio-economic return on investment is clear, right? If you need $8 billion to stop 30 billion, then there shows out what the value of that investment will look like.
All right, Honorable Commissioner for Economic Planning and Budget in Lagos State, Sam Igube, thank you for joining us on TVC News at 7, and we wish the state well in its quest for climate action.
Thank you very much, Abosede.